Hey everyone, welcome to the deep dive. Today we're going to be diving into the financial wisdom of Robert Kiyosaki.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So you've provided some YouTube videos summarizing, I guess, like his key books.
Yeah.
So let's break down the core ideas and uncover those aha moments that'll have you rethinking, your whole approach to money.
Yeah, sounds great.
Ready to climb the financial ladder, one insightful rung at a time.
I think we can definitely equip you with the right gear for that climb.
Okay, awesome.
Kiyosaki's work is full of unconventional advice, and it can be a real eye-opener if you're looking to build wealth differently.
Okay, so right off the bat, Kiyosaki throws out this idea of rich dad versus poor dad in his book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Right?
It's more than just a title, right?
Yeah.
It seems to underpin his whole philosophy.
Absolutely. It's the foundation of his thinking. Kiyosaki had these two father figures in his life. His biological father, who he calls Poor Dad, a highly educated man with a secure job,
Okay.
and his best friend's father, Rich Dad, who was an entrepreneur and didn't follow that traditional path. The twist: Rich Dad ends up far more successful financially.
It's like he's saying, hey, maybe that straight A student, good job by a house track isn't the only way to win financially.
Exactly. Kiyosaki is challenging that deeply ingrained idea, and I think it resonates with a lot of people who feel stuck in that traditional system.
Yeah.
It also prompts a really interesting question for you to consider. What financial lessons did your family pass down?
Oh, wow.
Were they focused on security or entrepreneurship? Did they empower you to think differently about money?
It makes you realize how much those early messages shape our financial beliefs, even subconsciously.
Yeah, definitely.
Speaking of mind-blowing concepts, how this whole assets versus liabilities thing, that feels like Finance 101, but Kiyosaki gives it a unique spin.
It's fundamental. Kiyosaki's not just saying earn more.
Right.
He's hammering on the idea that wealth building is about what you own, not just your income.
Yeah.
An asset puts money in your pocket, a liability takes it out.
Right.
It seems obvious, but so many people miss this.
And he illustrates it with such vivid examples.
Oh, yeah.
He talks about renting out a car you own.
Yeah.
That's an asset.
Exactly.
But the car you drive to work every day, liability, suddenly you're looking at everything you own differently.
Right. Even things like stocks. They're only assets if they're generating income for you.
Right.
Otherwise, they might be liabilities, draining your resources with fees or inactivity.
Yeah.
This leads to a crucial question. What do you own right now that's actively making you money? And what's silently eating away at your finances?
That's a question everyone should be asking themselves. Now, how does this idea of assets and liabilities connect to Kiyosaki's famous Cashflow Quadrant? I find this model really helpful for visualizing different income streams.
It's a brilliant way to understand how people generate income.
Yeah.
He divides it into 4 categories: employees, the self-employed, business owners, and investors.
Okay.
And Kiyosaki argues that the right side of the quadrant, where business owners and investors operate, often holds the key to greater financial freedom.
But why is that? He keeps mentioning that business owners and investors often have tax advantages, but it's not always clear what he means.
He's getting at the fact that the tax system, as it's structured in many countries, often favors those who earn income through businesses or investments.
Okay.
For instance, corporations can sometimes write off certain expenses that individuals can't, potentially lowering their tax burden.
So it's not just about being your own boss. It's about understanding how different income streams are treated by the tax system.
Right.
He uses that clever Robin Hood analogy to explain how the rich historically found legal ways to reduce their taxes and the burden shifted.
Right.
It's a provocative way to frame it.
It really makes you think about how the rules of the game are set up right.
Yeah.
So the takeaway here is to ask yourself, do I really understand how the tax system works? Could I be missing out on legal strategies to reduce my tax burden? It's about being informed and proactive, just like with your assets and liabilities.
Yeah, definitely a lot to think about.
For sure.
So much great stuff already, and we're just getting started. We'll be back in a flash to unpack even more of Kiyosaki's insights. Stay tuned.
All right. It's about playing smart, not just working hard. That brings us to another point Kiyosaki makes about shifting your mindset. It's not just about understanding finances. It's about overcoming fear and seeing opportunity where others don't.
He's big on this mental game aspect, isn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He tells that story about the Arizona real estate deal, how he spotted an opportunity during a downturn and made a quick profit.
Right.
It wasn't just luck. It was about recognizing a pattern and being decisive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He's a big believer in learning how to analyze market trends and spot those potential gold mines
Uh-huh.
that others might miss because they're caught up in fear or conventional thinking.
Right.
It reminds me of something else Kiyosaki emphasizes,
Okay.
the importance of working to learn, not just to earn.
That's a radical idea, especially early in your career when you're focused on paying the bills.
Yeah.
But he makes a compelling case for it, right?
He does. He talks about that journalist who wanted to be a best-selling author but refused to learn about marketing and sales.
Oh, wow.
Kiyosaki argues that in today's world, you need multiple skills to thrive.
Okay.
Specialized skills can make you vulnerable if the market shifts, but transferable skills like sales, marketing, communication, those are valuable no matter what.
So it's like diversifying your skill set, just like you diversify your investment portfolio.
Exactly.
What a brilliant analogy. Makes you wonder, are you focusing on building those versatile, transferable skills? Could you be doing more to sharpen your axe and stay adaptable?
That's the kind of self-reflection Kiyosaki's work encourages.
Yeah,
He's always pushing you to think ahead and adapt to the changing landscape.
for sure.
He's not just giving you fish, he's teaching you how to fish.
And sometimes he's suggesting you invent new fishing techniques altogether.
Yeah.
That whole inventing money concept, it sounds so mysterious.
Right.
What does he really mean by that?
Yeah. He's talking about using creativity and financial intelligence to generate wealth outside of the traditional job for paycheck model.
Okay.
Think of it as spotting opportunities that others might overlook and using your skills to turn them into profitable ventures.
Like that adorable story he tells about starting a comic book library with his wife when they were kids.
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
It's a great example of how that entrepreneurial spirit can start early
Definitely.
and how seemingly simple ideas can be monetized.
Absolutely.
It also highlights how even small successes can build confidence and set the stage for bigger things down the road.
For sure.
He talks about building solid financial habits, like paying yourself first
Yeah.
and expanding your means, increasing your income, not just cutting expenses.
Right.
And that ties back to his idea of inventing money, right?
Mhm.
It's about thinking outside the box when it comes to generating income, not just relying on a single paycheck or a traditional job.
Yeah.
What limiting beliefs are holding you back? What could you be doing to invent money and shape your financial future?
It's all about empowerment. Kiyosaki wants you to take control, not just follow the crowd. He pushes you to question. Is the financial advice you're getting actually serving you, or is it keeping you stuck?
That's where his concept of the cash flow quadrant comes in again, right?
Yeah.
He really wants people to understand the different ways they can generate income and the potential benefits of moving to the right side of that quadrant.
He breaks it down clearly.
Okay.
Employees trade their time for money, working for someone else's vision. The self-employed might be their own boss, but they're often still trading time for money just on their own terms.
And then on the right side, you have business owners and investors.
Right.
He emphasizes that they're not just working harder,
Yeah.
they're working smarter. They build systems and assets that generate income even when they're not actively working.
Exactly. And often they have more control over their income and can take advantage of tax benefits that aren't available to those on the left side of the quadrant.
Okay, let's dive deeper into these tax advantages. He mentions them a lot, but I think it's worth unpacking this further for our listener. What are some specific examples of these unfair advantages that corporations and investors have?
One example is depreciation. Businesses can deduct a portion of the cost of certain assets, like equipment or buildings, over time.
Okay.
This reduces their taxable income, which means they pay less in taxes. It's a powerful tool that most individuals can't utilize.
That's a great example. He talks about corporations being treated as separate legal entities, which allows them to take advantage of tax strategies that individuals can't.
Yeah.
It really highlights how understanding the nuances of the tax code can be a game changer.
And it's not just about reducing your tax burden, it's also about having more control over how your income is structured and how you can reinvest those savings to grow your wealth further.
So the takeaway here is that financial literacy isn't just about budgeting and saving. It's about understanding the bigger picture, including how the tax system works. He emphasizes the idea of information being the new wealth. It's about being informed and using that knowledge to your advantage.
Exactly. Knowledge is power, especially in the world of finance.
Now, he also talks about this idea of working to learn, not just to earn, especially in the early stages of your career.
Yeah.
What are some concrete ways our listener can apply this principle?
He encourages people to seek out experiences that will expose them to different aspects of business, even if it means taking a job that might not be their ideal long-term career path. Think of it as an apprenticeship. You're there to learn the ropes, develop valuable skills, and build a network.
He even suggests taking on unpaid internships or volunteer positions if they provide valuable learning opportunities.
Yeah.
It's about investing in your future earning potential, not just focusing on the immediate paycheck.
He's big on finding mentors and learning from those who are already successful. He encourages people to be proactive and seek out individuals who have achieved what they aspire to achieve.
And he emphasizes that mentorship isn't just about getting advice.
Right.
It's about observing and learning from someone's actions and decision-making process. He talks about surrounding yourself with people who are smarter than you are and being willing to be a student, even if you're already successful in your field.
He's all about continuous learning and growth, even if it means stepping outside of your comfort zone. He believes that complacency is the enemy of wealth, and that those who are willing to constantly challenge themselves and adapt to changing circumstances are the ones who ultimately thrive.
Now, one of the things he talks about that really resonated with me is the importance of developing a strong financial foundation.
Uh-huh.
What are some key elements of that foundation, according to Kiyosaki?
He emphasizes the importance of having a clear understanding of your financial situation.
Okay.
That means tracking your income and expenses, creating a budget, and developing a plan for paying off any debt you might have.
He's a big believer in living below your means and avoiding unnecessary expenses. He encourages people to save a significant portion of their income and to invest it wisely.
He also stresses the importance of building an emergency fund to cover unexpected expenses. He believes that having a financial cushion can provide peace of mind and protect you from financial hardship.
He's also a big advocate for owning assets, as we've already discussed, particularly income-producing assets like real estate or businesses. He believes that building a portfolio of assets can provide financial security and generate passive income that can support you in the long run.
He also encourages people to develop their financial intelligence, which means understanding how money works, learning about different investment strategies, and staying informed about economic trends.
He believes that financial literacy is crucial for making sound financial decisions and protecting yourself from exploitation. He encourages people to read books, attend seminars, and seek out mentors who can help them expand their knowledge and make informed choices.
He also stresses the importance of having a clear financial vision and setting specific goals. He believes that having a roadmap for your financial future can help you stay motivated and focused on achieving your dreams.
Now, I'm curious to hear more about his approach to real estate investing.
Okay.
He's known for being a big proponent of owning real estate.
Yeah.
But what makes it such a compelling asset class in his view?
He believes that real estate offers several unique advantages, including cash flow appreciation, potential tax benefits, and leverage opportunities. He argues that owning real estate can provide a hedge against inflation, a source of passive income, and a tangible asset that can be passed down to future generations.
He also provides practical advice on how to find and evaluate real estate investments, negotiate favorable terms, and manage properties effectively.
He emphasizes the importance of understanding local market conditions, conducting thorough due diligence, and developing a sound business plan.
He also encourages his readers to consider partnering with other investors to pool resources and share expertise.
He believes that real estate investing can be a powerful way to create wealth and financial freedom, but it requires effort, education, and a willingness to take calculated risks.
He often talked about the importance of finding hidden gems in the real estate market, properties that are undervalued or have the potential for significant appreciation. He encourages people to think creatively and look beyond the obvious when searching for investment opportunities.
He also emphasizes the importance of negotiating favorable terms when purchasing real estate. He believes that being a savvy negotiator can significantly impact your returns and help you maximize your profits.
Now, one thing that often comes up when discussing Kiyosaki is his critique of the traditional education system. He's known for being outspoken about his belief that schools and universities often fail to adequately prepare students for the real world, particularly when it comes to financial literacy.
He believes that the emphasis on standardized testing, rote memorization, and obedience to authority stifles creativity, critical thinking, and entrepreneurial spirit.
He argues that many students graduate from high school and even college without a basic understanding of how money works, leaving them vulnerable to debt, financial exploitation, and a lifetime of working for someone else's dream.
He encourages parents to take an active role in their children's financial education, supplementing what they learn in school with real-world knowledge and experiences.
He also encourages adults to never stop learning, even if they've already achieved a certain level of financial success. He believes that the world of finance is constantly changing, and those who fail to stay informed risk falling behind.
He recommends reading books, attending seminars, listening to podcasts, and connecting with other financially savvy individuals to continuously expand your knowledge and stay ahead of the curve.
He also stresses the importance of being a critical thinker, questioning conventional wisdom, and forming your own opinions about money. He believes that blindly following the advice of others, even so-called experts, can lead to costly mistakes.
He encourages his readers to develop their own financial philosophy and to make decisions that align with their personal values and goals.
He also challenges the idea that a college degree is the only path to success. He argues that in today's economy, many highly paid and fulfilling careers don't require a traditional four-year degree.
He encourages his readers to explore alternative paths to education and to focus on developing valuable skills that are in demand in the marketplace.
Now, another thing that Kiyosaki is known for is his unconventional views on the global economy. He's often been critical of central banks' government spending and what he sees as the manipulation of currencies. What are some of his key concerns in this area?
He argues that the current global financial system is unsustainable and that a major economic reset is inevitable. He believes that central banks around the world are printing money at an alarming rate, devaluing currencies and creating asset bubbles that are bound to burst.
He's particularly critical of the U.S. dollar, arguing that it's lost a significant amount of its purchasing power over the past several decades, largely due to excessive government spending and the printing of money.
He points to the fact that many everyday products have shrunk in size while their prices have remained the same, a phenomenon sometimes called shrinkflation.
He also expresses concern about the increasing national debt and the potential for higher taxes in the future.
He believes that these factors could lead to a decline in the value of the dollar and increased economic hardship for those who are unprepared.
It's certainly a sobering perspective. Does he offer any solutions or strategies for navigating these potential economic challenges?
Absolutely. He emphasizes the importance of diversifying your investments, owning assets that hedge against inflation, and developing multiple streams of income.
He also stresses the importance of financial literacy, arguing that those who understand how money works will be better equipped to weather economic storms.
He even goes so far as to say that he believes the current situation is not just a financial crisis, but an educational one.
He argues that the traditional education system fails to adequately prepare people for the complexities of personal finance, leaving many vulnerable to exploitation and financial hardship.
He believes that taking control of your financial education is essential for achieving true financial freedom and security.
And this brings us to an essential question for you. What steps are you taking to educate yourself about personal finance? Are you relying on outdated information, or are you actively seeking out knowledge that will empower you to make informed decisions about your money?
It's a question everyone should be asking themselves.
It's about aligning your money with your values and creating a life that feels truly abundant, not just financially. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Robert Kiyosaki's world, what's that one nugget of wisdom you think our listeners should walk away with?
That's a good question.
That aha moment that could spark a real shift in their thinking about money.
What's fascinating about Kiyosaki's work is that he doesn't just offer financial advice. He challenges you to rethink your entire relationship with money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He pushes you to question assumptions, confront your fears, and take control of your financial destiny.
He's not handing out a get-rich-quick scheme.
No, not at all.
He's providing a framework for developing financial intelligence and an entrepreneurial mindset.
Exactly. He wants you to become the architect of your financial future, not just a passive bystander. And that starts with asking yourself some tough questions.
Yeah, like what?
What beliefs about money are holding me back? What opportunities am I missing because I'm afraid to step outside of my comfort zone?
He's all about empowering individuals to take control, to become financially literate, and to create a life of abundance on their own terms.
Absolutely. And remember, the journey starts with a single step. What small action can you take today to move closer to your financial goals?
Right.
Kiyosaki would say, don't wait for the perfect moment. The perfect moment is now.
That's such a powerful reminder. It's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about consistently taking small steps in the right direction. So whether it's diving deeper into a specific Kiyosaki concept, analyzing your assets and liabilities, or simply having that conversation with a mentor, the key is to start moving.
Keep diving deep, exploring new ideas, and challenging yourself to grow financially. The world of finance can be complex.
For sure.
But with the right knowledge and mindset, you can navigate it successfully and create a life of true abundance.
That's a fantastic note to end on. Till next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.